I think all of you have heard the last Murli of Bapdada, the Murli that was spoken on the 2nd of February. And I'm sure you all got the English copies to read and revise, churn. If you want to summarize the essence of the whole Murli, it can be just summarized in just one sentence. And that is to give blessings and to receive blessings. And it seems like it's a very easy job to do. We don't need to work hard. We don't need to do anything. Just give blessings and you will receive it. But when you begin to practice, you find there are certain blockages, barriers that doesn't allow either to give or to receive. So then we are stuck somewhere. So what I thought was this morning, let us go into a little bit more depth of understanding this simple phrase that Baba has given. First of all, to understand what is the definition of blessing. Many Murlis, in Sakar Murlis particularly, Baba says, don't ask for blessings. Baba doesn't give you blessings like a sannyasi who bless their disciples. But at the same time, Baba also says, you have to become worthy to receive blessings. Baba doesn't give blessings, but he bestows blessings to those who are worthy. And so that means I have to make myself worthy to receive it, so I am able to experience them without asking for it. So we receive blessings on 3 levels. Firstly, from Bapdada when we are worthy. Secondly, from the Brahmin family. And thirdly, from one's own self. So what is blessings? When you think about the definition, it's simple. It is soul-conscious feelings, pure feelings, merciful feelings, compassionate feelings, benevolent feelings, loving feelings that emerges from my heart that reaches others' heart. In simple words, we say it is having constant good wishes, pure feelings for everyone. We call it as blessings because those good wishes we have either for the self or for others are based on Baba's teachings. There are people in the world who also have good wishes. They also give blessings. But their blessings and good wishes are just in general. But when we, Baba's children, have those good wishes and pure feelings, it is based on Srimad. It is based on God's teachings. And that is why when we have such feelings in our heart, it brings us instant fruit. That means when I am having loving feelings, positive feelings for another soul, they at the same time experience the blessings coming from God for them. Their positive feelings emerges instantly. Why? Because our feelings are not selfish. We are not having those feelings in our heart only for selected few people. It is a feeling for all souls. Because it is selfless, because it is based on Baba's teachings, it actually touches other people's heart. And so, first of all, I need to master the art of giving blessings. When I become expert, generous, expert means generous in giving blessings, I will receive that much in abundance. As they say, according to the law of physics, abundance attracts abundance. So when you give in plenty, you receive that much in plenty. So it has to begin with me. So what are the dharana, inculcation I need to have in order to bestow blessings upon every soul I meet with? First of all, the most important thing I feel is to have elevated thoughts, constantly elevated, pure thoughts in my mind. Because that is the source of my giving blessings. If I do not have those elevated and pure thoughts, it does not become feelings later. Second dharana is to have a merciful, a compassionate, a generous heart. Because when someone has such heart, they will never measure. They constantly, it's like natural giving. And thirdly, I need to see myself and I need to see others with that soul conscious attitude, soul conscious vision, and soul conscious outlook. Because the moment I move away from this soul consciousness, my intellect will get a barrier in the form of wall. It cannot reach. The fourth important dharana is I need to be a contented jewel, a jewel of contentment, which means that I don't want anything from anyone. In other words, it means I have everything. I am not only full, but I am overflowing with everything. Such a feeling that others receive from me. I don't even have to think I am giving. You know, when something is overflowing, spilling out, so others are getting, I am not losing anything. I am not even thinking I have to give, I am giving. If that is the case, I am not giving anyway. But I am overflowing because I am contentment, jewel of contentment. So the feeling others receive. And the fifth dharana, which is important, to be the one who gives blessing is to be on the unlimited. Because the one who gives blessings is non-judgmental, non-discriminative. They just bestow. That is why we always give the example of the sun. The sun is always non-judgmental. It doesn't judge whom to give light, whom not to give light. It doesn't even wait for the applaud from the people. It just facilitates through giving. So I have to be on the unlimited, let go of all the limitations. That is why when people ask us, do you pray for people? When people are sick like the Christians do, we say, no, we don't pray for 1 or 2 souls. We do meditate for the whole world once a month, World Meditation Day. We wish well to all the people in the world. And those who are sick, if they are in tune with God, they receive that energy. So that means if I want to be a bestower, I need to be on the unlimited. Then I can be non-judgmental, non-discriminative, and I just be and others receive. Now that is the difference between giving and bestowing. When you give, you also expect to receive. But when you bestow, it is one way. It's like God, God is the only one who is called bestower. That is why for him, they say God gives and forgives. Man gets and forgets. So that means God's giving is only one way. He never have the desire of taking. That is why God is called selfless, altruistic. God's account is open account, not credit and debit account. So if I want to be a bestower of blessing, I have to have an open account, not credit and debit. That means not counting how many times I give and how many times I received. It is just like selfless server. The feeling is that I have something in plenty which others don't have even 1%. And when I see that scene in front of me, people calling out for the same thing which I have in plenty, so that out of that love, out of that compassion, I just share, See, when you share something with someone, do you expect the return? You want to share with them because you got something in plenty. Or you share with someone because you love them. You want to also enjoy the same way you are enjoying, isn't it? So the feeling of belongingness comes in that kind of sharing. Otherwise, sometimes when you think of giving, it becomes like a business deal. And that is why after a few times giving, you get fed up. You say, I am tired. I have been giving for so long, now I can't. But if I am a bestower, I will not count. Look at Baba. He has been bestowing knowledge, bestowing love, bestowing power consistently over a long period of time, but he never gets tired. Now, this is what I understood once Dadi Janki was saying, that if you are a selfless server, together with that you will be a tireless server also. Not tiredness in the physical body, that everybody gets tired. Because the body is made out of elements of matter which is impure. But this mental tiredness, which makes us feel irritable, which makes us feel upset, get disturbed, these feelings does not allow us to be a bestower. So that is why, in order to be a bestower, I need to be a kind of unlimited, non-judgmental, unlimited. My treasures overflowing, and anyone who comes, they receive what they want. That is the difference between a great donor and a bestower of blessing. A donor may give what he or she has in plenty. No, they have something in plenty. They use whatever they have, and extra they make use of by helping others. Of course, you do get the return for the donation you give. But blessings are not like that. Blessings are something that you give, not even you give, but others receive when they come in front of you. Whatever they want, they get from you. That is when they call you as the bestower, next to God. Because it's only when someone goes in front of God, they get what they want without asking. And that is why Baba was reminding us in the Murli, even today when devotees go in front of your non-living idols, and they stand in front of that non-living idols, and they have desire to receive something, and their desires are fulfilled. So that is the memorial of what you did in the last kalpa. That you were able to bestow blessings to everyone who came in front of you. And the challenge that Baba has given us in the Murli is to give blessings to those who are good to you is easy. Those who are loving, those who are cooperative, those who have good relationships, I can give blessings very easily. But the challenge in this dharana is even to have that feeling of good wishes, pure feelings to those who even oppose me, insult me, defame me, criticize me. Even in my thoughts, I should not entertain any revenges, bitterness, resentment. Only then I can give, isn't it? So that means the dharana that is very, very important in order to be bestowing blessings is to forgive and forget. This is a very challenging thing, because until I forgive, I cannot forget. Until I have done both properly, I cannot allow that feelings to emerge from my heart. No, Baba also gave the example of how Brahma Baba also experienced souls opposing him, but at that time he was able to forgive them for whatever mistakes they have done, because he understood, after all, he is a child, he is going to change. So I need to also have that feeling of forgiveness. To forgive means what? To let go of the past. No, let go of the past, not to hold on to the past in my mind, so that I am able to allow that soul to take from Baba now. So first of all, I need to check myself. Another important aspect is I need to have enough of positive energy in my stock. That is what Baba was asking. Do you have enough stock of blessings that you can keep on giving and giving without running out? So how do we check the stock? Whether I have enough stock of blessings. That means I need to check the stock of my pure positive thoughts. See, if I have enough stock of pure positive thought, what will be the sign? What will be the sign of a soul who has enough stock of positive and pure energy in the tank of their intellect? I remember once someone was mentioning their experience. It is no negativity can touch me, nor any percentage of negativity will emerge from me, out of me. So no negativity will go out and no negativity will come in. Even if any negative words were spoken, negative actions, it will get neutralized as it touches the fortress. Such is the power of the positivity. So that is why when someone has this art of forgiving, they have a kind of neutralizer in their heart. So any negativity comes in, without touching them, it's neutralized. So it is not there anymore. And that is why they neither remember nor they entertain their thoughts. So what we need to work on in order to prepare ourselves to constantly bestow blessings is to stock up the power of positivity and purity. Now where would you get this material to store up this tank? When we run out of petrol, we go to the gas station, fill up, and then start the engine in the car. So where do you go to get this material to store up the power of positivity? Murli. Murli is the source. So when we listen to the Murli, when we churn the Murli, and we make Baba's Murli through churning our own, it fills in our tank of the intellect like pure energy. So when you are churning the Murli, when you are contemplating on the Murli, you are recycling that pure energy. And that is why those of us who have attention, like perfect example is Dadis. See, there is not a single negative word emerges from their mouth, and definitely no negative thoughts even in their mind. Because their tank is filled with so much of positive energy, with Baba's knowledge, with Baba's blessings. So we need to create a hobby of churning. Even today Baba said that. When you create a hobby of churning the ocean of knowledge, you will always feel your energy is totally stocked up. Pure energy. And then no matter whoever says anything, whatever, it doesn't affect you. So first of all, I need to have all these dharana in order to allow myself to prepare to become a worthy instrument to give blessings. That means all these things helps me to have blessings in myself in abundance. Then the second step is giving blessings. Now, actually, giving blessings is like sharing, as I said. So what do you do when you give blessings to someone? It means that I constantly maintain good wishes and pure feelings for that soul. Unlimited, constant good wishes and pure feelings. Only then you will see the result of that blessings working. If I have any limitations in my mind, it will not work. I remember this question was asked to Dadi once, I have been having good wishes for someone for so many years, but it's not working, they are not changing. So after some times I get tired and I give up. And it happens to many of us like that, isn't it? So Dadi gave a beautiful answer. Dadi said, why it is not reaching is because I have already have a fixed thought about that soul in my heart. That I know this soul and this soul is not going to change because I have tried many times before. But anyway, I will try again. So I got a fixed attitude for that soul in my heart. And on the top of it, I say, okay, Baba said, I will try. So I keep on having that good wishes and pure feelings superficially. It does not work. So the moment I change the attitude that I fixed in my mind for that soul, and that is the same time that soul will also get the feeling, I must change. So the one who is blocking the transformation of that soul is me. So I need to check myself. Do I have any fixed idea or fixed thought or a fixed feelings for any soul in my mind? First of all, I must change that. We are not allowed to do that. If we want to become a one who give blessings, we must totally keep our heart free from it. Because even Baba doesn't lose hope, even in the hopeless case. Even in the last bead of the rosary, Baba has so much hope. So who am I to lose hope in any souls? Baba doesn't give certificate to anyone saying, you are not going to change, I know for sure. If Baba says that to me, I get heart attack, isn't it? Maybe I am trying my best, to change, but something is not allowing me to change, but I am trying my best. So in that case, when Baba says, don't worry child, you have patience, it will happen, it brings hope in me, isn't it? So the same thing I need to work on other souls. Now what it means to give blessing is to bring hope in the hopeless, give encouragement to those who have lost zeal and enthusiasm, bring that kind of sparkle into those who have become disheartened. If someone is dying and you kick them and say you die there, is that called blessing? Like suppose there is a patient in the hospital and the doctor comes to see the patient and the doctor knows the patient is going to die tomorrow. And if he tell the patient directly, look, you are going to die tomorrow, he will die immediately. Why? Because it is a shock. So that is why doctors never say directly to the patients. They may just give a little hint to the relatives. Same thing if I go and tell someone, this is your weakness, you are not going to change. So they get heart attack. They become disheartened. See how much Baba gives encouragement through Murlis. How much self-respect he gives, even though sometimes we feel, do I really deserve it? But because Baba gives me, I accept it. So what it means to give blessings, to actually bring, give the breath of courage to those who have lost courage, to give that wings of zeal and enthusiasm who have lost that burning fire in Brahmin life, the flame. And in order to do that, again, first of all, I need to make myself totally free from any kind of prejudices and bias and, partiality or anything like that in my heart. No preferences, no likes and dislikes. Because otherwise what happens, even in the Laukic world, people whom they like, they give them good wishes. And whom they don't like, they give them bad wishes too. That means they curse them. But that is not the method for Baba's children. So that is why, in order to actually give blessings, I have to make my heart totally clean. Beyond any kind of opinion towards anyone. Then only I am able to allow Baba to use me to perform the task. Now the second aspect is receiving blessings. Now what is the sign of a soul who receives blessings? Firstly from Baba, secondly from the family, thirdly from one's own self. So let us look at the first aspect. Who receives blessings from Baba? First of all, those who are obedient. Number one, obedient children. Because they, as Baba said, I think yesterday's Murli, that Baba, get pulled towards them. It's not that they get pulled towards Baba. Their obedience attracts Baba towards himself. So the first qualification I need to be worthy to receive blessing is a real child, number one, obedient child, a loyal child of Baba. Even if I don't have any qualification, doesn't matter. As Baba said, God is pleased with an honest heart and not a clever head. We may have clever head but not an honest heart, so I won't claim blessing. The second thing Baba himself has mentioned is those who are cooperative in Baba's task at the time of need without asking for it. They are number one children of Baba. Means we are all cooperative in Baba's service according to the strength and according to our own convenience. When we want to cooperate, we cooperate. When we like something, we cooperate. And when we can, we cooperate. We also get numbers. There's no doubt about it. But who claims blessing, worthy of claiming blessing, is like the one who give cooperation at the time of need without being asked. Because Baba has mentioned that they are bound to receive, blessings and cooperation until the end of the cycle, whole cycle. So I need to check my method of cooperation. Do I cooperate with Baba whenever I want? And do I cooperate with Baba according to my capacity? See, that is why it is said that charity brings blessings more than donation. Because an act of charity is an act performed even at the cost of one's own comfort. When you perform an act at the cost of your own comfort to bring happiness to others, so that is what brings blessings from the heart. That has happened in Baba's task also. So that is the second dharana that I have, attracts blessings from God. And the third aspect that God, of course, is honesty, because God is pleased. God is content and happy with me when there is in and out the same thing. Just like God has revealed me as He is, what He is and who He is. So when we reveal ourselves, when we open up ourselves in and out to Baba and allow Baba to operate on me in a way, so then Baba knows the ins and outs. So then He is able to give that strength to overcome. So that is why honest souls claim, they become worthy to receive blessings from God. And the fourth aspect that also attracts blessings is being trustworthy, worthiness in being trusted. Many of us have faith in God, but in how many of us God can trust? That's a big question mark. In having faith, no doubt we are all a soul with a faith in the intellect. But trust is something different. So when we have lived on the basis of faith for a period of time and we lead a life of being a trustee, and that makes us trustworthy. So to be a trustworthy child, you need commitment. That is why recognition from the heart makes the soul trustworthy. Faith can be developed by the intellect, but the recognition comes from the heart. And once we have recognized Baba, we are prepared to commit. And there is no turning back. So trustworthiness makes me worthy to claim the blessings. So I need to first of all make sure that I claim blessings from Baba's heart. Another aspect which Sakar Baba liked very much, whenever he would ask anyone to do something, when they say later, not now, they lose the blessings from Baba's heart. Because, we have our own reasons why we do not obey Baba immediately. But those children who have responded to Baba immediately, they accumulate a lot of blessings. So it is worthiness that brings blessings from God. And to claim blessings from the family, what we have to do? Family blessings is also very important. In the family, we have seniors, we have juniors, and we have equals. And we have to make sure that we get blessings from all of them, isn't it? Because even a little child's blessing is necessary as it is necessary to claim blessings from a senior. Each soul is very important. So first thing, in order to claim blessings from seniors, my experience is to keep the seniors free from my worry. Because when the seniors are free from my concern, whenever they think of me, they don't have to worry, but they will have good wishes and pure feelings. And that really lifts me like going in the lift. So let me check myself and see, are seniors free from my worry? No matter what I do, where I am, they know that I am able to take care of myself and I am also able to take care of others. Like a doctor can take care of themselves and doctor can also take care of the patients. That is one thing. And the second thing also I find, to claim blessings from the seniors. Again, we should be able to be ever ready to cooperate in Baba's task at all times in whatever way. Because sometimes we may have our reasons, but my own experience is that if I am able to drop off my selfishness at that time and be ever ready to cooperate, so the blessings that we receive is abundance. Many times dadis themselves have shared their own experience, how Baba used to test them, Sometimes, like say, Dadiji and Dadi Janki and Dadi Manamohini, both of them would come to Madhuban and they have not even spent one day. Baba would say, you have to go to another place. They say, Baba, I have just come. Let me spend. Manor Dadi was saying once she didn't even drink tea. So she told Baba, let me have a cup of tea and go. Baba said, no, you go, your tea will come. So they just, yes, Baba, Haji. And then like Dadi Janki was sharing her experience once, 2 taxis came. Dadi was supposed to go to Bombay and Didi was supposed to go to Delhi. At the time of getting into the taxi, Baba changed. Baba said, Dadi Janki is going to Delhi and Didi is going to Bombay. In fact, the food was kept, the luggages were kept. But then, yes, Baba. Because Baba knows what is the reason. And after they had left, Baba used to write letters filled with so much love and blessings that the tears, like drops of pearls used to fall from their eyes. Reading the letter filled with love and blessings. So it is actually when I sacrifice my own selfishness, when I sacrifice my own, desires to say Haji from my heart at the time when it is asked to, it brings abundant blessings actually. We don't lose anything. So that is why it is important, first of all, to claim blessings from the seniors too. And then, of course, from the juniors. What do I need to do in order to claim blessings from the juniors? Love everyone, because the juniors means who are young in knowledge, who are young in age. Give them love. That means accept them as they are, appreciate them, understand them, forgive them, so then I allow them to grow. And of course, the difficult thing is with the equals. Because when we are equals, both want to be masters. Because both have the equal experience, both are of the same age, same talents. So that is when I have to keep the other one ahead of myself. What Baba said was, you first, not I first. When I sacrifice that which I should be getting respect and regard, I offer that chance to my companion and say, no, it is for you. So actually it comes back to you. They themselves will become humble enough to say, no, this is for you. So the secret of claiming blessings from the equals is to keep that one ahead of yourself. And that will automatically make them bow to you, and they will have that feelings of respect that comes in the form of blessings. So receiving blessings from Baba, receiving blessings from the seniors, juniors and equals. Now the third aspect is, what is the sign of a soul who receives and gives blessings? So suppose that is the job Baba has given us to do. At least until Shivratri we must do it very seriously. Like a homework that is given to us consistently, consciously, with alertness. So suppose if I am practicing giving and receiving blessings, what will be the outstanding sign by which others know I am practicing what Baba is saying? One thing is definitely, you will be carefree, worry-free. The one who receives and gives blessings doesn't have any burden, doesn't have any kind of heaviness. And that is why they are carefree, not careless, but carefree emperors. And that is why the sparkle of that carefreeness can be visible from their face. So even others would say, that you are a blessed soul. They can see that you are not walking, you are not running, you are not even jumping. Your speed of effort is in the flying stage. The one who receives and gives blessings will constantly see themselves flying in the Viman. Because the blessings work like, refined petrol for the intellect to fly. So that is why the feeling of flying stage. So because there is the feeling of lightness. So I remember once Bab Dada said, the one who is blessed, they will not have the word burden, difficulty, impossible in their dictionary. Even otherwise, when we are doing a task, how do I know there is Baba's blessings, family blessings in it? You just feel like something very difficult happened so easily. Something which is impossible became possible. And when someone will say, how you did it, you say, this is Baba's blessing. Don't we say that? And we all have so many stories to share if we want to. How Baba's blessings has done magic. So it's not that Baba came at that time and put his hand on our head and say, you are blessed. But you feel that the soul who has received blessings over a period of time, even in the sickness, that is the wonder. Even at the time of sickness, crucifix will become like a pinprick. This time also when Shantamani Dadi was talking to Bap Dada, Dadi had a little physical problem and she said to Baba, oh, this is my, bad omens for me. So Baba says, no, that is not possible. Souls like you who have been sustained by blessings cannot have any bad omens. No, that is a sign that a soul who has received blessings and giving blessings will experience a crucifix into a pinprick. No, we remember when Dadi Gulsar went through the operation, and after the operation, when the doctors came to ask her how she was feeling, whether she had any pain, she replied to the doctor, no pain. He couldn't believe. He said, you must have pain. But she said, no. And literally she did not have it. It is not any magic, but it was the wonder of blessing. Baba explained it later. The blessings that we have accumulated over a period of time, at the time of sickness, it works like painkiller. It works like tranquilizers. It works like glucose. It gives energy. It takes away the pain. But people may not be able to understand. It is a form of medication, which you take it in an incognito way. It's not at that time you make any effort. That is why Baba is asking us from now onwards to have a stock of blessings in our account. Because at that time, when we are in the last moment, the scene of destruction, nobody and nothing can save us. The good actions, the blessings that we have accumulated will be our witness. So this is one of the signs by which I know I am a blessed soul. It's not that we will not have obstacles. It's not that we will not have pain. It's not that we will not have difficulties. But somehow that difficulties become easy. Impossible becomes possible. And that is what makes the difference between myself and other souls. And another important sign of a soul who has become blessed is that they are constantly having the fortune of being content and happy. This is also a fortune. I think in recent class, Dadi was telling that, it is really a fortune to be happy and content. And that fortune of being happy and content comes to our own blessings. And that is why their face is constantly glowing with happiness. And so they become a source of inspiration to many. That's why when someone falls sick, we say it is settling karmic accounts, but that is only percentage. But those souls who have accumulated blessings, for them, it is creating fortune through their physical sickness. So when they create fortune of souls, the percentage of settling is negligible. It's nothing in comparison. So that is why their karmic account are settled like pulling out hair out of a butter, so easy. It's a practical demonstration we see from Dadi's practical life. Many times Dadi Janki says her own formula of curing her sickness, 50% through blessings, 45% through yoga power, only 5% through medicine. But then where do you get that 50% blessings? Through selfless service. When it comes to service, you see how they do service. They don't worry about their, sleeping time, eating time, doing service from the heart that touches the heart of others at the cost of their own sacrifice of their eating, sleeping. So naturally that will bring blessings from the heart of others, isn't it? So it is not something that you ask someone to give you, but it comes through that selfless service. Selfless service. See, even in the world today, people praise Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa and others. People have so much blessings from their heart because they became instrument to tolerate so much in order to bring comfort to people, no? So this is what is important. Say, suppose if I have to tolerate something for the sake of Baba's service, so what? Sometimes we think we have done a big favor. But Baba said, if you have tolerated, that is fine. You became obedient to Baba, you get the marks for your obedience. Now why do I console myself saying that I did a very big favor for Baba by tolerating? And then we will start saying, oh, I cannot tolerate anymore. I have done it so many times, that is all. So that kind of question will not come when I have accumulated blessings. It becomes my natural nature. I don't even talk about it. Suppose if I talk about what I have tolerated, I have actually made myself weak because of not having the power to accommodate. How did Baba have good wishes for souls? He accommodated their weaknesses, no? So I know for sure, if we don't have power to accommodate, we cannot have good wishes for others. Accommodation does not mean I suppress their weaknesses, but I totally merge them in such a way that they disappear from my heart. Then only I can send out that blessings, wishing well. Well-wisher of all. So that well-wishing nature comes on the basis of, having a big heart, compassionate feelings for other souls. So why Baba has mentioned this? Because I was looking into the other Murlis, previous Murlis. Because it is the nature of a pure soul. The first Murli of the season, Baba talked about the royalty of purity. And Baba mentioned about the purity in thoughts. If I am a pure soul, what kind of thoughts will I have? Good wishes and pure feelings, soul-conscious feelings for other souls. So if I consider that as my nature, that as my intrinsic quality, I will not give up. So this is where I have to look out for the influence of my old sanskaras on my intellect. Even though we all have this aim that I must always wish well to everyone, I must also receive that well-wishing feelings from others. Why is that sometimes we begin to talk or think bad and ill about others? It's the influence of my own sanskaras sometimes, influence of other people's sanskaras on me. And my own experience is that I allow that influence to happen when I am not introvert, when I am not attentive on myself. And we get carried away very easily, We get carried away. And so we lose that attention from being towards ourselves, towards others. So this is the attention I need to keep. Then as why Baba is asking us to practice this in particular is also my feeling is that Baba wants to make us angels from Brahmins. And angels means bestower of blessings. No, that is why everybody welcomes angels. Everybody wait for angels to come into their life because they bless them. They protect them. They make things easy for them. So we have to soon become angels. And the task of the angel is to give blessings. And so if my hand is always like this, that is the hand of blessings, giving. Not even slightest feeling of getting anything. No, I read that little slogan somewhere, to get hurt in any situation is also my arrogance. Why I got hurt is not someone hurted me. My own ego caused hurt. So that means I wanted something and I did not get it. So I took sorrow. So the one who takes sorrow, they can't bestow blessing. As Baba said today, Baba is the bestower of happiness and remover of sorrow. So that means the one who has to give and receive blessing should be master, remover of happiness, remover of sorrow and giver of happiness. So if I feel slight sorrow due to any reason, that means I want something. Is that right? Do you feel that way? If you feel hurt, if you feel little pain, or if you feel a little bit sad in any situation, what is the sign? That I had some expectation and I was disappointed. So at that time, am I bestowing blessing? No. So this is why Baba has mentioned in this season's Murli in different ways. Always be content. Always be the embodiment of attainment. In the last Murli, Baba gave a different name. Baba says Baba is imperishable. Knowledge is imperishable. Attainments are imperishable. So you must have imperishable attainments, which means contentment. Embodiment of attainments means to be a jewel of contentment. So I need to ask myself, what is it that Baba has not given me for which I have to complain to somebody or even think in my mind, I don't have this. I have everything. All that I need to do is to use what I have. When I use what I have, it will multiply. And I know what I have. Many of us are not using. And that is why we are losing what we have. And what happens when we lose what we have and we see others multiplying, we become jealous. Why? Because they are using and they are multiplying. So my jealousy is not going to stop their expansion of what they have. So this is why I have to be really feeling that there is nothing lacking in my treasure store. I have everything. What is blessings in Brahmin life? It comes to us in the form of inheritance. No one gets blessings as inheritance in Ajnani life. Because people only get one blessing, and that is like for their whole life. And here, we are being sustained with blessings in the form of inheritance. And sometimes Baba says, it's your right. And so when something we get in the form of right, it's easy. You don't have to work for it. You get it easily. Just like when a child is born, the child receives the inheritance naturally. So in the form of Sadguru, Baba gives blessings in the form of inheritance. So if I look at blessings as inheritance, so then I understand its value. blessings sometimes can be also seen as a gift. Because gift is something you don't ask for it, you get it because of your worthiness. So blessings are like a gift in Brahmin life. And that actually lifts me. So that is why someone who has received blessings as gift, they experience flying stage because it's like a lift also, uplifts the soul. So there is no labor, it's only love. Blessings also are like medicine, which cures many sicknesses without even medication. Because blessings from the whole family makes a lot of difference in many occasions. No, blessings are also like fuel for the intellect. If I want to have a plain intellect that keeps me moving forward in the flying stage, again, my intellect has to be plain. So I always, when I think of a role model of a life based on blessings, Dadis always comes in front of us. Many times when Dada meets Dadis, he always gives them this blessings. It is like a blessing upon blessing. That you souls are being sustained by Baba's blessings. Family blessings. So it's like a natural yogi. Natural effort maker. You don't see them making effort. So Brahmin life becomes like a natural. It's like Baba Karan Karavanhar is working and working through them. So that is why they don't have that feeling of I or my. So if you look at the Murli, even in the last Murli, Baba focused a little bit on this point which he has been focusing many times, renouncing the consciousness of I, and become the embodiment of humility. So when someone is a blessed soul, leads a life based on blessings, there is no arrogance because they have not done anything. The one who is doing and getting it done is Baba. Not only they feel, but others can feel from them. So that actually even more blessings comes. So those who lead a life based on blessings, they get blessings upon blessing. So it becomes like a life just for the sake of serving others. So this is why, as Baba has given us the homework, that this year you have to reveal Baba not much through words, but through your action, through your behavior, through your activities. And that is by giving, constantly bestowing. I would prefer to use the word bestow instead of giving, because the moment you use the word give, and it will be followed by the word receive. So it's again credit and debit account, But if you use the word bestow, there is no taking back. But then automatically you will receive. So we have been donors, we have been great donors. Now the stage Baba wants us to experience is the bestower. Like God. That is when people begin to feel, as Baba said, become mirror. So to become a mirror through which God can be revealed is through this one special quality, bestowing. One-way business, not two-way. So when we begin to have that one way, constantly bestowing, then whoever comes in contact with us, naturally they will begin to feel that whatever they are receiving, it's coming from the source and reaching them. So there neither will I have any consciousness of I have given, nor they will feel the consciousness of I have received from this one, but they will be always connected with God. So from now until, Shivratri, on the 17th, Bap Dada will be coming. So let us particularly work on this aspect. Of course, we don't give donation to Brahmins. We only give cooperation. So as Baba said, 3 service together. Through thoughts, through words, through actions. So constantly being a great donor. So when you practice that one title, naturally you are bestowing. And as bestowing, your intellect will be filled, apron will be filled. So you will become like a mobile lighthouse. So we are on the top of the mountain, and let us become, each one of us, a mobile lighthouse. So automatically it's radiating light and might. Whoever is in need, they receive. So, but I am connected with the satellite, the source, Baba. So I am full, but whoever wants to receive, they receive. So in that way, when we meet Baba, after having done the homework that he has given, we feel happy sitting in front of Baba, taking drishti, that, we have worked on the homework. So that's why I thought just to share some thoughts so that we can start. I'm sure we are all practicing, so a little bit more attention while we are here together, because we are a small group. So let us not think that, oh, Dadi Janki is not here, we are not having many classes, we spend our time, but use your time instead of spending. So by using the time, you will be investing your time. So you will be receiving interest for that investment. So when you go back to your places, you will become very rich. Om Shanti. This evening, as mentioned, we will have meditation from 6 to 8. So that's also another opportunity for us to experiment with what we have heard, what we have been hearing from Baba from time to time. Om Shanti.